Hey guys, it's Jack. So if you guys didn't know, I am back in LA. I took a trip home for a week to say goodbye to my friends going to college and visit my family. And during that week, one of the craziest experiences of my life happened. I went to a One Direction concert. Doesn't really sound like the craziest experience of my life. But what happened there was... So I've made a bunch of experience videos, and you guys really seem to like them. So I decided that this week I'm going to talk about my experience getting into fights and getting kicked out at the One Direction concert. That sounds so exciting, doesn't it? So I'm going to tell you guys about that, and I hope you guys enjoy. So take it back to last Wednesday, I woke up to a text from my friend telling me that she had an extra floor ticket to the One Direction concert that night. Like, how the f does that happen? I don't know. So I didn't believe her. I was like, yo, I'm on some punk shit right now. This is not real. I'm not ready. I did not do anything to prepare for this. I'm f***ing ugly. They can't see me like this. And I started freaking out. So I pulled myself together. I made my way to Philadelphia with my friends. Like, how does that happen? I don't really know. So in my mind, I was like thinking back to like when the album first leaked. There's so many things that I would like get chills over and literally cry over in this album that they're going to perform live. And I was sitting on the floor. They could jump off the stage into my arms for all I know. So we get to the stadium in Philadelphia around 7 o'clock, and earlier that day I tweeted that I was going. I got a lot of tweets from you guys saying that you guys were going to be there. Anyways, going in was not crazy at all. I met a few of you guys, but everyone was just kind of focused on getting to their seats. They were mentally preparing themselves for the reason we were all there. So I got onto the floor with my friend Amanda and her friends Taylor and Brittany, and Five Sauce had just started, and then I think it was like a group of girls or something screamed my name. A bunch of people in the floor section turned around because they were like, what the hell? It's kind of like an effect thing. Like once one person turns around and like is trying to like figure out what's going on, then like a lot of people start turning around, even though they probably won't give a shit about my ugly ass. So I got to my seat, and then a security guard came over to me and said, hi, I just talked to the band manager and they want you to have absolutely nothing to do with this concert. So I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Sorry. So Five Sauce performed and I rocked the out. I hope there's videos of me somewhere like headbanging. So after Five Sauce went off, there was a long time before One Direction was gonna come on. So a bunch of you guys were coming over to me and I was talking with you guys, selfies. So it was like a crowd of like 50 people, and all of a sudden like 10 security guards march over to me and are like, come with us. I don't know the greatest security guard voice. So because there was like 10 of them, it kind of like caused a bigger scene, and everyone kind of started like looking over like what the f is going on. Everyone probably thought someone died. Everyone on the floor was like turned in One Direction. No pun intended. It was basically just like mid-show entertainment. Let's watch this skinny white kid get taken out by a bunch of security guards. So they started walking me around the floor section, started going towards the stage, and I was like, okay, what the f is happening? Like, are they bringing me backstage? Are they bringing me backstage? Are they bringing me backstage? This could be really cool. It could be really bad. Like, they were really scary. Maybe they'll be really nice and be like, hey, like you can come chill backstage. No, that didn't happen. Are they working backstage? So they brought me over to this man with many tattoos, many muscles, and it was scary. So he came up to me and in my best impression was like, I'm gonna need you to get the f out of here. I was just like, are they working backstage? Okay, sir, you can calm down. Why don't we just talk this out? He was not friendly. So basically in the same voice, he introduced himself. He was One Direction's head security guard. So he basically told me he knew exactly who I was. So he was basically like, why are you here? This isn't a joke. And I was like, I'm here to see the band like everyone else. So he was being kind of rude, and I was like, okay, like I'm glad you all think I'm a joke. So I basically started to get into a fight with One Direction security. So he basically told me that I would either need to leave the concert, which I paid money for, or go back onto the floor and not talk to one person, say no when someone asked me for a picture, and be rude to my viewers. I was like, sorry sir, like I'm not going to be rude to people that also happen to like me. I'm not a rude person. I'm not gonna make someone feel bad because you're telling me that I have to, or else I'm getting kicked out. So he was not budging. He kept telling me like, we're gonna escort you off the premises. Like, so I was basically like, dude, I'm a fan of One Direction. I should be treated by you and every other security guard with the amount of respect that you would treat any other fan out there going to a concert and paying money to see a band that's like everyone else. And I was just like, what? So then he went and talked to his other security guard friends, or if that's what they're called. They weren't very friendly. And he came over to me and he's like, we can bring you to Suite 67, or you can get the f out. I was like, okay, well, looks like we're going to Suite 67 because I'm seeing this concert. I don't know about you, but I'm watching. So we go over to the suite. I was kind of annoyed, but I was going to make the best of this experience. And One Direction came on, and holy shit, my heart dropped. Like, I got all the chills. I cried. I hadn't seen them in a year. Like, this was all new songs, whole new album, whole new concert, like Midnight Memory screen. That was a thing. I heard that. That happened. I fell on the ground. Niall's part in Better Than Words. I heard that. cried. There was this one part in the concert when Harry was trying to get attention of this dad and he kept screaming dad and everyone thought he was screaming daddy. I was like, okay, like that's cool with me. You can call me daddy. So the concert was absolutely magical. After What Makes You Beautiful, they went off stage. Everyone knows they're coming back on for an encore. So after they went off, the people in the section in front of me, below the suite, were turning around. So I was like, guys, like let's scream and let's get hyped for them to come back. So I raised my arms up. Everyone in the section in front of me started screaming like crazy and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. And then everyone around that section kind of turned towards what was happening. So it literally felt like everyone in the entire stadium was turning and looking towards me and I was like, what the f is happening? So I throw my hands up again and I swear to God, felt like the entire stadium roared. It was so unreal. So I waited like 10 seconds and then I threw them back up and it felt like the entire stadium was shaking like so many people were screaming. They probably had no clue why they were screaming. So after like 5 times of me doing that, the section in front of me started chanting Jack. It literally spread like a fire. It literally felt like the entire stadium was chanting. Like, it was so unreal. Thank you guys so much for that experience, and I'm so glad I got to experience with you guys. That was like one of the most breathtaking moments of my entire life. Like, that sounds so cheesy, but it seriously was. During the chant, music started back up, and everyone goes f***ing wild. One Direction comes out, does their encore, and I was like on top of the world. I cannot describe to you guys the chills that I got during that. I just want to know what those security guards thought. When they heard my name, they were probably like, bitch, the f***. So my One Direction concert experience was absolutely unreal. I literally controlled the stadium of people with my hands. I saw my favorite people in the entire world, and I got into a fight with multiple security guards and basically got kicked out. But for real though, I cannot thank you guys enough for that experience, and I hope you guys all had incredible experiences as well. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to thumbs up this video if you guys liked it, and if you want more experience videos for whatever comes my way, because let's be real, if a reality show was watching this video, like you'd want to pick me up because the craziest shit happens in my life, I swear to God. And make sure to go check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be down below, as well as subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every single Sunday. But yes, that's it for this week. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next week.